You know what I'm saying? He one of them type of.
Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still one West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch. The white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cross the line, play with your life. Now who they talking about? That UPK. Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.
There's door 2. And that down.
Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still one West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch. The white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cross the line, play with your life. Now who they talking about? That UPK. Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.
You know.
Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still one West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch. The white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cross the line, play with your life. Now who they talking about? That UPK. Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. welfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox. Setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox. Setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. You know what time it is. Take Ground Radio, Take Ground Breakdowns. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohana. We're here with the Take Ground Breakdown. Only a little bit of time left. Matrix sessions. Get right with the Most High. Learn how to live again. Become brand new. Coming into the truth. Learn how to, deal with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and everything like that. When you're coming into the truth. That's what you're learning about. When you come into the truth, what is life going to be like? How do you treat people? How do you treat devils? How you treat friends and family? Not only this is relationship advice that's not only for your loved ones, but also for your friends and family and associates, business people you work with. All of that is things that you got to learn again. Or sometimes things try you and you got to get some counsel. That's what this line is for, man. And it's for hopefully you get counsel, and it's live. So hopefully other people can learn from the counsel and from the question that you ask. All right. So yeah. So yeah, that's what it's about. This is Cap Kaposh. Let's get to questions. Type your questions. And shalom, everybody. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Thabah Shem Yahshua, all the sisters. All right. Let's get with some of the questions. Okay. Now, even in the truth, something that can happen, even in the truth, is a breakup. Sometimes a person come in the truth, and their significant other, their husband, their wife, don't come in the truth with them. It ain't automatic just because you start learning about the Bible and you start keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments that your significant other going to do the same. It's not an automatic thing. So sometimes you deal with people who want to stay in the world. Now, how do you deal with that? Okay. Let's get this question. Got our first question. Let's get some questions. All right. Kushai asks, Salakia Adawan, what should you do when your rib tells you to leave or get out her house, but y'all still together? She not being a whore, just being a dragon. So let's break this up. What should you do when your rib tells you to leave? Okay. So your rib tells you, if you don't like it here, you can leave. Now, there's many factors that come into play from that. Okay. Now, if you have any right to that home, what makes in America usually the laws are if you got mail coming to a place and you got belongings somewhere, then that's your actual residence, your legal residence. And nobody can tell you to just leave. Even the landlord can't tell you to just leave. They have to go downtown, get a written notice, eviction notice, and put it on the door. And that's your notice to leave. And you have like 30 days from the date of that notice to leave. There's no way around that process. Any way around that process is illegal. All right. And on paper, that's how it is. But in reality, it can play out in a million different ways. So she tells you to leave. One thing you should do is state your right to be there. That you don't have to do a damn thing. You don't have to go nowhere. This is your legal residence. Nobody has the right to tell me to leave, and I don't gotta go no damn where. That's a response for if you have a legal right to be there. Now, if you just met her yesterday and you went over there and spent the night, you may not have the legality to stand on. You may not have the legality to stand on. What you want to do in these instances is you want to say you're right. You have a right by the law and by the Lord that you don't have to go, you don't have to leave and do a damn thing. So that's what you should state, and that should be stated often. If you have a woman that's the type of woman that try to tell you to get out, you need to assert your right. I had a situation where, or not even myself, there have been situations where men are the legal owners of the property and paying bills on the property, and they get a girlfriend and she come over, or they get a woman and she come move in his house, and she lived there for a little while. It gets comfortable and then next thing you know, she telling him to leave, even though it's his house and she moved in. She telling him to leave. She telling him to get out. That's the delusion, because that's the brainwashing that's being taught out here, and that's what's taught into women that works. Like, if you pissed off with your man, put him in a doghouse. Tell him to go outside, sleep outside. So tell him you don't care where he sleep. Tell him to get the fuck out of the house. Tell him he don't like it, he can leave. That's the brainwashing. To the point where a woman will will move into a man's house, and then she'll tell him that. She'll tell him you need to get out, even though she moved in his house and everything is in his name, and he paying everything. So it's not about, a lot of times, whose house it is and whose name is on the lease and all that. A lot of times it ain't even about that. So you need to be able to stand on that. Like, can't nobody tell me to leave nothing out of my damn house because I have a right to be here. You got to go get an eviction notice to get rid of me because I legally live here. And that's the law. Go get an eviction notice from downtown then if you want me to move out. And it's got to be legal. And a lot of times she don't even have no ability to get no eviction notice because she don't own the damn place. So how's she going to evict you? Now, she tells you to get out of her house. So you have no legal right to this house. Let's say this is all hers. You moved in, 6 months ago. If you've been living there for a certain amount of time, you're a legal resident there, and she still can't tell you to just get out because she feels like it. She could just evict you. People go to court about this all the time. I see it on like Judge Mathis, and the judge shows that's an illegal eviction. She takes all your stuff and puts it outside. You can sue her in small claims court for lots of money. Because that's an illegal eviction, and she's not allowed to illegally evict you. She has to go get a legal eviction notice. So that's what you want to stand on off top. You want to say, shit, bitch, I pay bills here. This is my shit. in God's eyes, this is my shit. Even if it is in her name and this and that, you say, look, it's mine too. Shit. You assert your right and your claim to it because you live there. And tell her she don't have no right to tell you to do shit. All right. So that's the main way you want to deal with that. You gotta, you deal with that, but you gotta say these things often. Like you can't just only say this, when she's ready, when she's trying to kick you out. Like you gotta say it when she's ready to kick you out, and the next day, and later, and other times. Like you gotta constantly reinforce that bitch, you can't nobody kick me out of this house. Shit, police, I'll get the police. They gonna come here and arrest you. Tell her that. Tell her if you call the police, tell them trying to illegally evict me, they gonna come here and arrest you. And that will put the seed of doubt in her mind that she can't trust the police and just say, oh, I'll call the police and they'll come over here and arrest you. You make sure she know that they'll arrest her ass. You see what I'm saying? So, and that she don't have no right to tell you to leave. Now, if things are type physical or something, where she putting her hands on you and it's a physical situation, you might want to be ready to get out and move out without her telling you. You know what I mean? You got to be able to, the scripture say, deal with the woman wisely as the weaker vessel. You know what I mean? You got to be real. You got to outsmart your woman when it comes to certain shit. Pretty much everything, really. You got to outsmart her. Because if she outsmarts you, you see what happens. You know what I mean? Brothers get destroyed. Right? Brother said, Captain, what you're saying is so heavy, let our brothers know. Yeah, you got to use wisdom when it comes to a woman. So let's say you got a woman who be trying to get physical and shit, right? She be trying to get physical. You should be able to pick up cues and signs that she's trying to get physical. And you need to have countermeasures. Because you don't want to get physical. I know, like, to you like, man, you punch her in the face and after she done attacks you, you punch her in the face and you feel like it was justified, but that's not wisdom. Don't do that. Okay, the world ain't gonna see it. No justified nothing. They're gonna let her beat up on you, and you still go to jail and get arrested. So you got to use wisdom. You got to have countermeasures. One countermeasure is to be able to have a witness. What's a witness? If you got home cameras in your home, that's a witness. Because if she ever trying to get physical or thinking about getting physical or getting all emotional like she about to get physical, you can say, go ahead and touch me. You right on fucking camera. And then I'm going to get your ass arrested with that footage. And the footage is going straight to the internet too. So you can't even delete it, even if you break the camera. So go ahead and touch me if you want to. You going to jail. Not that you really going to put her in jail and press charges, but if some shit goes south, you might have to, and you're going to use that footage against her and say, look, yeah, she assaulted me. It's on this tape. Oh, you cops are going to arrest her? Oh, man, I didn't know. That's so bad. Oh, baby. Sorry, baby. Oh, I'm so sad. I see, I see you at court. Shouldn't, motherfuckers got to know to keep their hands to themselves. This shit ain't no fucking game. Like, you can't be fucking playing games with these fucking women about putting hands on each other. Like, a woman putting hands on you. Like, that shit could ruin your whole life. Get you fired, get you in jail, get you charges, get you felonies, all that shit. So you can't play about no motherfucker putting their hands on you. So you got to be wise about that shit. Now, another thing is a witness. If you had a friend that's over, or a neighbor, or somebody else who can be a witness to say, yeah, he didn't hit her, she hit him. And then if she hits you and there's a witness, you could say, oh, see, my witness right there. That's why it's so good about the brotherhood. Like, I know I sometimes shoot. If my rib was on some old physical shit, which she's not, I'd easily be like, shit, I'm gonna have the brothers oh, shit, you put your hands on me or something like that, and this and that, I'm gonna have the brothers say you hit me, shit. And police show up, I'm gonna say, yeah, she hit me, and I'm here my witness. We're one of the brothers. I'm gonna call them up, boop, boop, boop. Hey, pull over here real quick, man. Police about to show up. My rib was tripping. And then they're gonna pull up, and then when they get there, they're gonna be like, what's going on? I'm gonna say, look, I got a witness that this woman putting her hands on me. Shit, brother would be the yep. So that's a brotherhood thing. That's something right there. But you cannot play about a woman putting their hands on you like it's a joke and you play fighting back, or not even play fighting back, but like you hitting her back. You got to do everything to avoid that. So like I said, witnesses, a camera system in your house, a neighbor that, you could step outside if you, get into an argument. She's staying by the house. She want to be in private because she want to hit you, but she don't want to come out in public and hit you because people are going to see it, and then she can go to jail. But she never going to think she going to go to jail if you don't say you going to go to jail. She think only one ever going to get locked up is the man. You got to put that in her head. You got to plant that seed in her head that, bitch, your ass going to go to fucking jail. And I'll see you in jail, and you're going to be in there for 6 months, and then and that's what you get for putting your hands on me. Like, you got to let her know that if she play around and trying to some law enforcement show up, or she calls some law enforcement, that the shit gonna go both ways. Like, not just only you go, she thinking she gonna be protected 100% no matter what she do. You tell that bitch, let her know, but you gotta let her know this often before the incident happens. Like, you gotta let her know this in like talk and in jest. Like, when y'all just chilling and y'all talking about something, and she say, oh, I'll beat you up, and blah blah blah, yeah, there's that, or I'll get my brother to beat you up, or something. You say, shit, if you touch me or your brother touch me, y'all both going to jail for 2 years, nigga. I'm put both y'all asses in jail for 2 years. Fuck with me if you want to. Not that you gonna go around and call the police, or you gonna run and try to press charges. You really probably not gonna do none of that shit, because that's really not how men roll. But the threat is there in the air on the table, so she know if I try to do some law enforcement shit and do this and that he's gonna also try to do law enforcement, get me locked up. Like, I'm in danger also with this bullshit I'm pulling. We're trying to put my hands on him. Once you plant that seed in her mind, that helps alleviate her trying to put her hands on you. Or when something comes up and she gets super emotional, she see you got another woman number in your phone or something, or something like that, you can bring that up, and it's already been reinforced that, go ahead, touch me, your ass going to fucking jail. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put you in jail for 2 years. Shit. Boom. But the seed was already planted for it to make pay some dividends when it's a argument about to happen, to make sure she keep her fucking hands to her fucking self. All right. So that's how you want to deal with that. You tell her, I don't got to go leave nowhere. I don't got to do shit. I live here. I'm a legal resident here. I got mail coming here. It's on my ID. If the police come over here, both of you going to get evicted. Because I'm going to get you evicted. Shit. even if you ain't on the lease and only she's on the lease, tell her that. You know what I'm saying? Now, some women is more evil and wicked, and they may still try to push it and do it. They may have enough juice to try it. Shit. Well, then when shit, she called the police, shit, you call them too, shit. And then, you call the school and get the right counsel what to do and the shit. When the police show up, say, yeah, I called y'all. Shit. You might have to follow through with it and say, I want her out of my house. She gonna say, I want him out of my house. Tell him to get the fuck out. And say, I want her out of my house. This is my fucking house. I pay bills here. This is my shit. Everything is mine. And then the cop's gonna say, well, y'all gotta handle this in court. We can't do nothing, neither the other. Now, they may suggest that you leave because you're the man. And you say, no, I want her to leave. I don't want him to leave. Shit, I live here. I'm a legal resident here. I want her out of my house. She like, I want him out of my house. It's just that the cop may say, well, look, I can't do nothing here. Y'all got to handle this in court. And now and then this is it. You know what I mean? And that's how it ended up. But it ain't no shit where it's like, sir, you got to get out of here and you got to leave and get out of here. And like, the cops can't really be telling you that. If you let them, you assert your right that, look, I'm a legal resident here. I live here. I want her out of my house. She's saying she want you out of her house. Cop ain't going to be able to tell the difference. There ain't no leases up in the air. Ain't no lease. Ain't no landlord standing around. And then you tell her, look, if the police come here about this, the landlord going to evict you. Before the cops come. But you just got to say stuff like that even if you're not the type gonna follow through with it, like, no brother's really trying to get their woman locked up or see him in jail, no matter what. Like, a bitch can stab a nigga still don't be trying to get him locked up. But sometimes that's the way it's gonna go. If she do some crazy shit, she gotta pay the consequences. But you gotta let her know that the door swing both ways. We both gonna be in jail, but you go to jail too, bitch. Not just me. Do some shit that's off. I'm gonna make sure and tell her the Lord see it too, and the Lord gonna make you get locked up. Tell her, look, if you do something wrong to me and lie on me to the cops, God is gonna see it and get you punished and get you locked up instead. Go ahead and try it. Watch, the Lord gonna make the cop arrest your ass, and you're gonna be in jail for 2 years. Tell her that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to only say that in the middle of an argument. You want to been said that when y'all not arguing, so then she can sit and think about it and marinate on that shit, and then that'll give her more incentive in her brain to not like, oh, I'm gonna call 911. Oh, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call that. Call the motherfuckers if you want to. They gonna turn on your ass and arrest you because I ain't did nothing to you. All right, so let's move to the next question. Salagi, sir, should your spouse encourage you to attend class? Now, the way the truth is, you can't put a crown on nobody's head. The scripture says, exhort your brethren daily. So you can always put the invitation out there that we got classes. That's not wrong. But you don't want to do is, the scripture says, don't give your pearls unto swine, lest they trample them and then turn again and rend you. Like, if you try to push the truth onto somebody so much, they're going to disrespect the truth, and then they're going to attack and come at you. All right? And now you fighting somebody when you just trying to get them in class and get their own ass to get their life together. Help them get their life together. So you got to use wisdom when it comes to that. Now, your spouse, you don't want to make a big argument about him or her coming to class if they ain't trying to come to class. There's something about the scriptures talk about this. Is definitely for sisters, right? You encourage your man to learn about the truth by your actions, by you being more feminine and you changing, you being more submissive, you doing things that make him say, wow, what's she learning over there? Because she's just way better woman now. She's just a way better woman now since she started going to them Hebrew Israelite classes. I like them Hebrew Israelites. Okay, that's what you want above trying to force a person and shove the truth down somebody's throat that ain't really want it. Like, and this is the same with family. Like, for example, I got a brother, right? I want him to come into the truth. At first, we argued about the truth, but then we stopped arguing about the truth, and we just worked it. We just live regular. He live his life, I live mine. We help each other out when it's needed, when it's necessary. I get jobs for him. He helped me with jobs. We work together sometimes. We do things on that tip, making money. But I don't really encourage him like every day to come to the school. But he is learning to respect the school more through my life. Like, he's seeing the school through my life. He's learning about the truth through my life. So when we interact, he is in class. He's in class because he see me and the way I move in my life and the way I'm with the brothers and the way we interact and the way we do things together and the way we keep the high holy days and what we teach. And he sees my online social media accounts, and he checks in and tunes in online. He is in class. He's in class every time he's around me. And that's what you want for your spouse. You want to encourage your spouse to be in class? You be the walking example of class. That's a double entendre right there. You be the walking example of class, and he'll learn about the truth by looking and seeing you every day. Somebody asked him, so what do you know about them Hebrew Israelites? Man, I know a lot. My wife's a Hebrew Israelite. I know they do. I know they keep these high holy days. I know they don't eat no pork. I know they keep they women. They teach the women to be submissive and humble and beautiful. And they wear headscarves and they dress covered up. And the brothers are real strong together. And they're militant and they help us out and they help out families. And he never walked into a class a day in his fucking life, but he see you every day. And now he know what the Israelites are about. Now he learned the truth through your life, through him seeing your life. Now he know pork is wrong to eat. Shrimp, crab, and lobster is wrong to eat because he see you stop eating it and stop cooking it and stop serving it. He know Thanksgiving and July 4th is wrong. How'd he know? Because you stopped celebrating it and you kept the high holy days of the Lord. So now he's been to class. So yeah, you can encourage them, but what's greater than encouraging them is being a living example of the class of the ISUPK, and that's how people will see the truth in you. They'll see the ISUPK. They'll learn just by seeing you. Okay. Let's see if we got some more questions. Yeah. So we beef with each other, all brothers rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, little nigga. I ain't taking shit from no talls. One of the comments was, Slacky, get another rib, and when you go over your other rib house, she will miss you. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you can do, but you don't want to make that like a go-to response thing. Oh, my rib is tripping. Let me go get another rib. Oh, that rib is tripping now. Let me go get another rib. You want to also acquire the skills to deal with that woman and deal with what demons she has and what demons she's got. Right? And having another rib does help. But you want to be able to recognize your woman, what's going on with your woman, and being able to read her like a book. Like, oh, I can tell she's getting super emotional, she getting super mad, she getting like she want to act like she want to put her hands on some fucking body, and I don't want to knock her the fuck out. So let me, do these precautions. Let me make some distance. Let me leave and talk and argue over the phone. That's another good option. Like you arguing with your woman. But it's kind of getting, chest to chest, face to face, and the argument's getting a little too heavy. Leave and then call her on the phone and then argue with her over the phone and check her ass over the phone. That way it gets rid of the element of physicality. Now you can say whatever you want to say. This is how I do it. When I'm arguing, and it's an argument or something, this is how I argue. Like this. With the volume on low. So I don't even hear what she's saying half the time. I may hear a little bit, but I'm blazing, I'm going off on her, telling her that it was wrong what she did, and I didn't like that. And then I may, what do you say? And then try to hear what she's saying. If she's still on some argument shit, get back to here. Blah, 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 blah. Talking over, yelling, blah, blah, blah. Then when I say, what do you say? Then I listen. If she's talking regular, now I can stop yelling. We could just have a regular conversation. You see what I'm saying? But that's, so you don't have to continually hear the shit she's saying, because she's saying shit to try to throw you off and make you mad and make you emotional and get under your skin. But if you arguing and she can tell in your voice that nothing she's saying is affecting you, she's not gonna be. Who cares what she said? She could have said a whole bunch of shit about you. You ain't hear it. So she could be arguing, yelling, saying you ain't shit and this and that. You put the phone down for 30 seconds, a minute or two, and let her just say all type of stupid shit and insults and everything. And then when you're ready to talk, now she done got it all out her chest, got it all out. She said all the stupid shit she wanted to say. If it didn't affect you, you ain't even hear it. Now you can get down to the real issue of the argument. So there's lots of different tactics you can do to, make sure your woman is not putting you in danger, man. Destroying you and getting you out of your, out of your mind, out of your zone where you can't think straight. That's what it's about. What we at? Salaki Cat keep saying 2 years. Yeah, man, 2 years ain't no joke. Tell them motherfucker they gonna go to jail. They thinking they gonna go in overnight and come out. Nah, tell them you about to do 2 years, nigga. You got 2 years of jail time coming. For the smallest shit, they're gonna be thinking like, oh damn, do I really want to do 2 years in jail for this? 2 years is real jail, is some jail time. That ain't no walk in the park. I mean, niggas who want to go to jail, 2 years is nothing because they want to be in jail. They don't want to be out here dealing with stress and bills and women and cars breaking down. They don't want to deal with that. They want to be in jail, 3 hots in the cot or whatever. So to them, to a nigga who want to go to jail, 2 years is nothing. But to an average person, if you tell them, look, man, you're gonna be doing 2 years in jail fucking with me, they gonna say, oh well, shit, that is some time. All right. Next question is, can they hold you back from going? And this is for people who just now listening in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. You may not want some relationship advice, but it may be somebody on your timeline that need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Or need to hear, have a question about their relationship, how to keep the peace in their household or this and that. Hit that share button, hit that like button. So, can they hold you back from going to class? Now, I don't know what country you live in, but if you live in America, can't nobody hold you back from doing shit, especially if you're a woman. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't live in America, if you live in some other country where they doing things differently, but I know in America, can't no man hold no woman back from going and doing any damn thing. All right? Even the thought of it, will, make it not work. Like, so there's not really nothing, nobody can really stop you from going to class. Especially now since you can watch them online also. Like you can watch them online and it's unlawful. Like it's against God. So you're supposed to obey your husband, but you're not supposed to disobey God by obeying your husband. Because when God punishes you, your husband cannot stop God from putting his foot in your ass. So even though you obeyed your husband to do it, or you obeyed your cousin, or you listen to Freddie, or you listen to whoever the hell you listen to, they not going to have enough power to stop God from putting you in a wheelchair and making you paralyzed from the neck down. They're not going to be able to stop God from getting you fired from your job. They're not going to be able to stop God from burning your house down. So you don't want to listen to your husband and anger the Lord. There was a sister in the scriptures who her husband had said they were supposed to give the money to the men of the Lord. They held some back, and it was the husband's idea. He told his wife, let's hold some of this money back instead of giving it to him. So she went along with it. They both end up dying. They both fell and dropped dead behind her following her husband's dumbass idea. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. So your husband cannot hold you back from going to class. Now, he can probably not support you, like drive you there or, stuff like that. But if somebody's trying to say don't go to class, if you sit and listen to them and say, well, my husband said don't go to class, I got to follow my husband. My cousin said don't go to class, it's stupid. My grandma said don't go to class, it's dumb. And you listen to them, is your cousin or your grandmother or your husband, are they going to be able to stop God's wrath when the Lord, gives you cancer? Are they gonna be able to say, well, I said don't do it, so that cancer gotta go? They're not gonna be able to do it, all right? So just obey God. Okay? Obey your husband, but don't obey your husband into disobeying the Most High. You need to obey both of them. Okay? But what the Lord said trumps what your husband says. Okay? So you go ahead and go to class no matter what. You can watch it online. You could go nothing should stop you from attending class. Okay. So at the end of the day, what you want to, everybody needs to focus on is forgiveness and forgiving your loved ones, not holding grudges in your heart against the children of your people, getting right with the Most High. It's only a little bit of time left. Getting them scriptures, getting the classes. We're in a school near you. We're in all the states. We're in all the states. We're in different countries. Go to ishbk.com for more information. Bring forth fruits, meet for repentance. Be as children of the day and not as children of the night. And repent, because time is short. The time is now. The time is at hand for us to wake up out of our sleep. It's time to wake up from the matrix and get right with the Most High. This place will burn down. Babylon will fall. You want to be on them chariots of the Lord when this happens. Go to ishbk.com for more information. We got classes 7 to 9 p.m. all over the country every day of the week, online and in person in different states at our schools. So with that said, shalom. Oh yeah, and we're live at 5:30 every Wednesday. So you can tune in next week, get some more relationship advice, get right with the Lord.
Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still one West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch, the white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cross the line, play with your life. Now who they talking about that UPK? Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with phrase. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.